So, Projekt Red might have just accidentally revealed a ton of gameplay details for The Witcher 4, and it all comes from their own job postings? Yes, you heard that right. These new listings are giving us what might be our first real look into how Ciri is going to play, with a big focus on brand new combat systems and abilities, all powered by Unreal Engine 5. We're not talking about some vague hints from a rando on a forum. We're talking about specific job descriptions that paint a surprisingly clear picture of what the next Witcher game is going to feel like. So, what do these leaks actually tell us about the future of monster slaying? Let's break it all down. First up, let's talk about the source. Because this isn't some anonymous post. This stuff is coming directly from CDPR's own career page. For a few months now, the studio's been hiring for its next Witcher project, which has the codename Polaris. What's really interesting are the jobs themselves, like a gameplay capture lead and a videographer. Now, why is that such a big deal? Look, you don't really hire for those roles when you're just, spitballing ideas on a whiteboard. You hire a gameplay capture lead when you have actual gameplay to capture for trailers and marketing. This suggests The Witcher 4 could be past the early pre-production phase. The core systems might be built, and the team could be at a stage where they're polishing mechanics. But look, that's still a bit of a leap. It adds some weight to the details for sure, but it doesn't mean the game is right around the corner. It's just a sign that this isn't the blueprint anymore. It's becoming a playable game that's getting ready for its close-up. The biggest confirmed change, and really the foundation for everything else, is the move from their own Red engine to Unreal Engine 5. This is a huge shift. The Red engine gave us the awesome but kinda aging world of The Witcher 3 and the dense world of Cyberpunk 2077, but Unreal Engine 5 is a whole different beast, and it brings two key pieces of tech that are going to fundamentally change the Witcher universe: Nanite and Lumen. Let's break that down. Nanite is basically this wild tech for virtualized geometry. What that means for us, the players, is an almost insane level of detail. Developers can take movie-quality assets, from the rocks on a castle wall to the individual leaves on a tree, and just drop them in the game without tanking performance. Imagine exploring the forests of Velen, but with a density that was just impossible before. There was a tech demo that made the rounds, and people are saying it was The Witcher 4, running on a PS5 at a smooth 60 FPS. Was it? Who knows? But it did show Nanite rendering this incredibly dense foliage, giving us a little taste of what this next-gen wilderness could look like. Then you've got Lumen, which is a fully dynamic lighting system. In The Witcher 3, most of the lighting was static or baked in to save performance. With Lumen, it's all real-time. So as the sun sets, light will realistically pour through trees and into buildings. A lightning flash will light up the whole landscape, and more importantly, Ciri's magic will cast its own light that reacts with everything. This isn't just a graphics upgrade, it's a tool for making the world more immersive and reactive than we've ever seen. The tech demo also showed off other stuff, like the ML Deformer, which allows for super realistic muscle and skin on characters and creatures, like Ciri's horse, Kelpie. Again, it's a tech demo, so we don't know for sure if all this will be in the final game, but the potential is there. So we have this powerful new engine, but who's going to be using all this new tech? Well, the job listings and developer comments have all but confirmed that Ciri will be the main playable character in The Witcher 4. And based on these new details, her combat is being built to be way more complex than Geralt's ever was. The job listings talk about needing to test advanced combat mechanics and ability showcases. This points to a system built from the ground up for her unique powers. And this is where the speculation starts to go into crazy town. The most exciting detail fans have latched onto sounds like multiple Elder Blood power trees. This suggests a huge evolution from Geralt's pretty straightforward signs and sword skills. We're not just talking about a faster sword fighter here. We're talking about a whole system built around her insane abilities. Let's just speculate on what that could even look like. We know Ciri can teleport. Instead of just a simple dodge, it could be part of her core combat. Imagine short, rapid blinks to get behind enemies, or even chaining attacks between multiple guys, almost like Noctis from Final Fantasy XV. Her time control could be another tree, maybe inspired by Cyberpunk Sandivistan, letting her slow down time for precise counters. Then you have the raw, destructive Elder Blood power itself, which could be a third tree focused based on huge area of effect spells. It would create a much faster, almost supernatural combat style that would feel totally different from Geralt's grounded, methodical sword fighting. It's a system that promises real player choice, letting you build Ciri into the reality-bending warrior you want her to be. Before we dive into how this all hits the open world, I want to hear from you. What do you think of this new advanced combat system for Ciri? Are you excited for multiple power trees? Let me know your dream abilities in the comments down below. And if you're hyped for The Witcher 4 and want to stay up to date, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. Alright, so a new hero and new combat are huge, but it's all set in the world, right? And the job listings point to a world that's just as next-gen as the combat. The posts mention building next-generation open-world RPG systems and open-world traversal, which suggests CDPR is aiming to really push what an open world can be. Let's start with Traversal. Look, we all love Roach, but it's time for an upgrade. Ciri's powers open the door for some incredible new ways to get around. Her short-range blink could be used for exploration, letting her cross gaps or get to high ledges. But her long-range teleport could be tied in to fast travel itself. Imagine opening your map, picking a spot, and instead of a loading screen, you get a sick visual effect of Ciri tearing a hole in reality and stepping through. Thanks to Unreal Engine 5's seamless streaming tech, that kind of in-world fast travel is actually possible. No more black screens, just pure immersion. Now, is it going to happen? Who knows, man. And the world you'll be traveling through aims to be more alive than ever. Other job listings detail ambitions for a living, breathing world with dynamic NPC routines and events. This is basically them trying to fix a common problem in open world games, where NPCs often feel like, statues. In The Witcher 4, the goal is to have NPCs with their own schedules. A blacksmith works during the day and hits the tavern at night. You might just stumble on unique story-driven scenes by exploring, making the world feel less like a backdrop and more like a character. The ambition seems to be a world with the fantasy feel of The Witcher 3, but with the density and dynamism of Cyberpunk's Night City. So, when you put all this together, the picture of The Witcher 4 becomes a lot clearer. We're looking at a true generational leap. We're moving from the last-gen Red engine to the cutting-edge power of Unreal Engine 5. We're shifting from Geralt's grounded combat to Ciri's crazy, multifaceted Elder Blood powers, and we're evolving from a big, but sometimes static open world to a truly dynamic and seamless one. Of course, the big question is, when can we play it? Given that the game is maybe in a state where they're capturing gameplay, and you factor in the usual AAA development cycle, a release around 2026 or 2027 seems like a possible window. It's plausible we could see a cinematic trailer at something like Summer Game Fest in 2025, with gameplay later that year. But honestly, this is all just guesswork, grounded in these job postings. So, maybe don't get your hopes up for a release anytime soon. Look, these leaks, coming straight from the source, have painted a pretty exciting and ambitious vision for The Witcher. It's a vision built on next-gen tech, centered on a beloved and super powerful protagonist, and focused on delivering a deep, reactive world. This is more than just more Witcher. It's a fundamental evolution of what the series can be. So, what are you most excited to see in The Witcher 4? Is it Ciri's new reality-bending combat, or is it the idea of exploring a truly next-gen open world? Drop your thoughts down below, like the video if you enjoyed this breakdown, and make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss a single update on the road to Polaris. The path is calling.